Oh, shit.
What's up, everybody, and welcome back to the Dead Funny Podcast. I'm your host, Chris. Joining me today are my co-hosts, Kelsey, Mandy, Cody, and Bree. Woot woot, full cast again. Back at it. Ha! Yes. Woot woot. So, we have some crazy conversations that everybody was getting into, but one thing that we have to talk about real quick first, because we don't have enough information to go off of, is holy shit, San Diego Comic-Con, Marvel, Phase 4. Yes.
I'm excited about that.
Everybody gets to pick one movie. What was your most excited movie from that lineup?
Oh, gosh.
Oh, shit.
Hang
Chris
on,
put us on the
wait,
spot. It's fine. I'll go first. Fucking
Yeah,
Blade.
go for it.
Blade. Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Blade one looks really good.
Hang on.
Eh,
Yes.
This
you
is
can't choose
important.
Blade. You can't choose Blade because that's actually Phase 5, not Phase 4.
Is it really? Did they say Phase
Yeah.
5?
They accidentally released it, and then they had to come back out and say, no, Blade is Phase 5.
I'm pretty sure
Really?
the official
Yes.
tweet that I read today was that they had Phase 4 on the poster, and then the movies they left off to be surprises are still Phase 4, which include Blade, Guardians of the Galaxy 3, and then there was one more, Black Panther 2, because those were not on the Phase 4 movie poster.
Then
No,
what's the
no
point
three of
of-
those.
Okay, what's the point of making the poster to then release a tweet going, by the way, we're doing these?
Because they really wanted those to be like secret surprises. A lot of people didn't know if they were actually doing Black Panther 2, and a lot of people didn't know if they were actually going to be doing Guardians of the Galaxy 3. Because it was supposed to be Thor was supposed to. I don't
Black
fucking know.
Panther 2.
I don't know. I literally
Why
don't
would
know.
they even make Black Panther 1?
Either way,
Why
the
would they just be like,
They already,
nah.
What are you talking about? They already made Black Panther 1.
Why would they make it and then not make a sequel? It made $1 billion.
Okay.
yeah, true. That's
I
very
don't
true.
know. Oh, yeah.
That is
Okay.
very true.
So I have like a questionable answer to this because I am not sure if I'm looking forward to this or not, but Thor 4 Love and Thunder.
I am not looking
I-
forward to that at all.
Okay, well, yeah, well, because here's the thing.
Why not?
Would you stop and let me continue? I am excited because it's the same director as Ragnarok, and I really liked Ragnarok.
Ragnarok was good.
But I don't like Natalie Portman,
Is
and I'm
she in
okay.
it?
Yeah, it's
She's not in it. She's fucking Thor. She's literally
Yeah.
Thor. She's not just
Yeah.
in it, bro. She's Thor. Like, there's
It's-
no Chris
Yeah.
Hemsworth. She is Thor.
The what?
Yes, you
What?
didn't know that?
yeah.
Thor's
Yes.
gonna be a girl.
Yes.
Thor's gonna be a girl.
Now, to be fair, Thor's love interest in the comics did pick it up at one point, did pick up the hammer, and she was Thor, but she was like a mix between Thor and Valkyrie. I'm fine with that. I have zero issues with that story. It was actually a good
just
story.
because
It's just because it's Natalie
Portman.
Portman. Exactly.
I
She
just
talked.
can't get excited about her.
She talked so much shit about the Marvel Universe after she played her stint in the Thor movies. Fuck that. Get her out of here. Get her the
Wait a
fuck
minute.
out of here. Done
Why
with
is
her.
it not Valkyrie?
I don't know. That's
I
a
don't know
great
either.
fucking question. Why is
They
it not
set
Valkyrie?
it up for it to be Valkyrie.
They-
He,
I
like,
agree.
Gave her
I
the,
agree.
he basically gave her the title when he left. Like,
Yeah.
understanding that
true.
like things like Thor and Odin are basically
I
titles,
completely
not
agree with you.
personalities.
That is absolutely true. I didn't even think about that.
Yeah, like I thought that was very clearly setting, and she's like a way better person for that character.
She's also a good actress. Like, I just can't get behind Natalie Portman. I
want to say Natalie Portman's
I
a good actress, but she
don't-
just sucked in the movies.
I don't like her in, like, she's not the person I want to watch in any of the movies she's in.
I just figured out who it should be though.
Who?
It shouldn't be Valkyrie. It should have been Kat Dennings' character.
No, it shouldn't
Oh
have
my
been
Oh my
Kat
god,
Dennings.
yes.
Yes.
No.
That would have been
Oh,
really
man.
fun, but maybe not the best thing ever. But you're right,
no.
Valkyrie should have been.
Oh,
I'm
man.
pretty sure Kat Dennings would make a great.
Stop.
And honestly, like, I wouldn't even be so mad about it being her if she wouldn't have just ran her fucking mouth. But the fact that she decided she was going to talk shit about the universe that gave her shit tons of fucking money, like, fuck off.
Why?
Get outta here.
But why though? She hasn't been in any of the movies. Like
Exactly.
No, well, even
relevant.
Endgame, didn't they end up using old footage of her,
Yeah.
like
Mhm.
deleted scene footage just
Really?
to get? Yeah.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah, they didn't bring her back in to
Nope.
reshoot. They
That's
just used
awkward.
stuff from, what would that be? Thor 2?
The
No,
biggest,
that would have been Dark World. Yeah.
the biggest.
I'm really surprised they chose her though. Like, why?
Right?
Why her?
She kind of has nerd cred.
Options.
The
She
biggest.
does have nerd cred.
Sure, with Star Wars.
Well,
Get the fuck
But I
out of
mean,
here.
In general,
Yeah, but you can't have nerd cred talk shit about the Marvel universe.
Why does she
Like,
gotta be a
fuck
nerd?
off.
Thor's not a nerd.
He's- Chris Hemsworth, he's a god, all right? He's a god. And
Right.
well,
The biggest
She's
no,
supposed
joke-
to be a goddess.
the
A
biggest
goddess.
the biggest joke of that entire fucking Comic-Con was whenever they handed her the hammer. It was all like, she is now worthy. I was like, get the fuck out of here. No, absolutely not. No, fuck you. No, absolutely not.
No.
I disagree.
But like, you know what I mean? Because like Ragnarok was a good movie,
Oh,
and
it's
I
great.
really like. I don't know his name,
Taika
but
Waititi, I think. I
yeah,
said that wrong.
yeah. However you say his name, like he's a good director. So I'm like, I've got like that little bit of hope that like maybe it'll be good. But I just saw Natalie Portman and I was sad.
Yeah.
Is it possible she set that up like as part of her original contract or anything or something like that? Like,
To
is that
Doubt it.
Be a fucking
No.
jackass.
No. What?
Oh, you're
Yes,
talking about to come back
yes.
and play Lady Thor? I doubt
yes,
they thought that far
obviously.
ahead.
No.
obviously.
No, they wouldn't do that. They wouldn't do a contract that far out. Like the first Thor was how many years ago?
Yeah, that's a while.
It's true.
Yeah. Not to mention, I mean, like fucking Robert Downey Jr. and fucking Chris Evans had to redo their fucking contracts just for Endgame and Infinity War.
Oh, I didn't
So,
know that.
Yeah.
So there's no way they would have done that. That's the only
And they're done now.
logic I can come up with.
They're
Well,
100% done now. That
The only
sucks.
thing I could think of is I know Mark Ruffalo, guy who plays Hulk.
Hulk, yep.
He
Bruce
he's
Banner.
yeah, I know he has a contract now. He started way later, but he has his contract is like he has to be in like 4 films, so there's no necessarily like set date
Okay.
for when it's over. So maybe
It's the same thing with
there's
Nick Fury,
something like
too.
that. Yeah. So like,
Nick Fury's like
That's-
8 fucking films. He got more than fucking Iron Man and fucking
did
Chris.
he?
Yeah, it was like 8 Marvel titles he had to be in.
Wow.
I was like, holy shit. They're all like, dude, we got Samuel L. fucking Jackson. Like, we gotta make sure we keep this dude around.
Which,
Ugh.
to be clear, like the way they use his character as this connecting, like this like manager of all of these different pieces, it makes way more sense for him to be more in more of these movies than Iron Man. Like Iron Man shows up to shoot the bad guy and be a playboy. Iron Man isn't managing all this shit in the background.
By the end of it, he kind of is running S.H.I.E.L.D. Like,
Yeah.
That's true.
halfway through, he is just like wearing a business suit and talking to Congress.
The sad part is like, there's a reason why, and it definitely happened during the Civil War. They just did not do a really good job of portraying that in the fucking comics whatsoever, or in the movies whatsoever, versus the comics in the video game. With like Nick
You wanna
Fury having to
educate
go,
us?
just Nick Fury had to do a lot of shit where he had to go underground. Like he was like hardcore fucking
Oh,
wanted.
I-
They tried setting him up for a lot of that shit, and so Iron
I
Man.
thought you were talking about the Civil War. Like, man, they really
No.
did set this up because
No.
of the Civil War. Like, what
No,
does this have to do with right?
no,
Like,
no,
I'm confused. Is this about the South rising again? I don't understand.
no. No. But yeah, and so like he had to like go deep underground because they blamed him for like, because in the original one it was like a bombing that happened in Lavat. How do they say that one? I can't remember how they fucking pronounce that fucking made up fucking place. But anyways, or no, Latveria.
Wakanda?
Is it Latveria?
Oh.
Iberia.
No, it's It's not a real place. It's Latveria. It's where fucking Doctor Doom's from. Doctor Doom's homeworld. Anyways, there's a whole explosion that goes on over there. They blame that all on fucking Nick Fury and like saying that he was the one that was directing it. So he went into hiding at first, and then like all the shit started happening in America, and that's whenever the government's like, all right, Registration Act. This is happening right now. Bam, done. And like we're fucking shutting this shit down. No one's gonna be heroes without us telling you who to attack, when to attack. You're gonna live where we tell you to live, and fucking you're gonna guard the city we tell you to guard. All this shit. And since Iron Man was cool with it, because everybody knew fucking Tony Stark was Iron Man, he was like, I don't care about fucking everybody having to give up their identity. I think to make the people feel safe, that's what we have to do. So then he became basically like pretty much head of S.H.I.E.L.D. It was more Maria Hill, which we've seen in the movies a couple times now, but
It was
kind of like
Maria
both.
Hill.
You've seen her in the
Are you
movies.
serious?
She's been in the movies.
Is she like a main character that
Yeah.
I should know
She's-
the name of?
Did you
She's Colby
watch?
Smulders' character?
Yeah, did you watch?
She's who?
Did you watch How I Met Your Mother?
Okay.
Oh, she's Robin.
Robin, yeah, Robin.
Yes.
Yep, there you go.
That's the one I keep pointing out every time I see her because I
I
think
didn't
it's
know her
weird because
name.
I first saw her as Robin and
Yep.
I'm like, wait, why is she working for
Can
Shield?
we talk about
Yep.
something? that,
Maria
like,
Hill.
I understand in the universe, I'm sure she's like a competent secret agent woman. But if you
No.
gotta think,
She's
Like,
just a
about-
bitch.
Oh.
100%. Being blunt, it's true. All right,
Thinking
continue.
about this where Samuel L. Jackson's like, look, I have to go underground and be hidden, alone. I'm bringing her with me to drive my car. They're like, the really attractive one who just like walked in and said 2 lines like, yes, the hot one that's wearing leather. She's coming with me. Like, do you want this other guy? Like, no, screw him. Only the hot lady. That's the only person I'm taking with me. Just her. She's driving my car. Like,
I mean, she's like second in
I don't think
command.
that's okay.
She's like second in
Yeah,
command.
that does feel a little awkward, doesn't it? If you
It
put
just
it that
does.
way.
When it's like he's like, I'm underground. I have to be alone, and then she's still just driving his car for him, and I'm like, what is your relationship? How did this work out?
She's learning to be the next Nick Fury, so whenever they do the Civil War right, she takes over, dude.
I
That's how it happened in
guess
the
it was
comics.
She was never explained well within the
No.
movies, so
No,
it's
she was
just
just
kind of
there.
like, if you don't think about it, it's just like, oh, whatever. She's one of the people that worked with Nick, so of course she helped him. But then it's like,
In my opinion, from
Whatever.
Iron Man 1 to Avengers 1, Shield was such like a big thing. And then like I get like the whole like rise of Hydra and fall of Shield and Captain America Winter Soldier like put a damper on things. But like in the comics it wasn't like that big a deal. Like Captain America put a stop to it and it's like, all right, cool, Shield is fully fucking functional and there's helicarriers all over the fucking place and they're fucking got eyes everywhere. And it's like in the movies it's like they never recovered. They're like running shit out of like a 1-story studio bedroom downtown New York. Like
it's kind of weird.
it makes
too,
no
where it
fucking
kinda-
sense.
Like, in terms of organization, and this truly does not matter at all, but you know, whatever. If
We're
we
here,
can't
fuck
be
it.
pedantic, what's the point? It seemed like Shield like was an umbrella that encompassed the Avengers. By the time Shield collapsed, Tony Stark just funded the Avengers as their own thing. I
Yeah.
don't know if that's how it worked in the comic book, but halfway through the like MCU movies, it really stopped being Shield, and it was just like, we're the Avengers and Tony Stark is in charge, and sometimes Nick Fury wanders in and says something weird
He
and then
just
leaves
wanders
as hot
in.
secretary.
He just meanders across the room, comes out of nowhere.
Yeah,
Hey,
that
I'm just
happened
trying
in one of the
I'm just
movies.
trying to get a
Like,
Coke,
his
guys.
part was
Don't mind
he
me.
walked in with his hot secretary and said something and then left. And
Are
I'm
you
just like,
calling Maria Hill a hot secretary?
that's all she is in the movies.
I mean, he's right. She hasn't done anything
He's
else
not
besides
wrong.
normal
not
secretary
saying
work.
in the comic books she's not a well-developed character. In the movies,
I still don't think she is.
her
She's just a
job is
bitch.
repeat what the computer says
I
and
hate Maria
drive
Hill
Nick
so much.
Fury around, and that's it.
My favorite
Okay,
interaction.
and what does Nick Fury do?
Huh? I honestly don't know. That's part of
You-
what's so confusing.
You don't know enough to know what Nick Fury does, Bree. It's all top
I'm just
secret.
saying, if
You'll
Maria
never know.
Hill doesn't do anything and it's the hot secretary, and Nick Fury does nothing more than Maria Hill just besides bark
Well,
orders.
I
He
think what
just-
Nick Fury does is say weird things
Yes.
and kind of do things that would be like questionable to an HR department.
He also stands there and looks really cool.
So
Yeah, he
he's
wears
the,
an eye patch.
so he's the creepy boss with an eye patch that
Yeah.
threatens to kill people. Got it.
That's really used to having power and intimidation on his side and is slowly losing that over time
Yeah.
for various reasons that he's not super happy about.
Yeah. Did
Everyone
you
seems to care about him. I don't know why.
did you watch both of the end credit scenes, Kelsey, for Spider-Man?
Yes.
no
Oh,
spoilers.
okay. I just no, you're good. I just didn't know if you had watched both because obviously one is like a direct setup to something that you're big into. So I just didn't know
Yeah.
if you had saw both or not.
By the
Okay,
way,
anyways,
you guys
we'll move
have
on
to
from
go
that.
see the Spider-Man
fucking
movie.
great.
It was good.
It was so good.
We're trying to work out a double date with our friends, and by double date I mean switch off who gets to
Yeah.
watch the
Mm.
baby and who gets to see the movie. So
We're
There you
gonna
go.
baby swap.
we're working on baby swapping so we can finally see it.
Yeah, it's fucking worth the watch. Anyways, so in other words, our full on spoiler review show comes out this week, which will be next week for you guys, the people on the cast. So when that pops up, don't watch it if you haven't seen the movie yet. Anyways, not trying to go ahead and say that everybody watches our own content, but in case you do, spoiler alert, spoil. Anyways, back to what we were talking about. Favorite movies. So, or no, the ones that we're excited for. So I'm still going with Blade. Fuck you, Kelsey. Blade. Super fucking pumped for. First off, the comic book character that my literal middle name is after. Fucking pumped about that. For those of you who don't know, my middle name is Blade. Super fucking pumped to watch that fucking movie. Second, I loved Wesley Snipes reading all these horror stories about how much of a fucking dick he was while recording these movies is really heartbreaking. Like, really fucking heartbreaking. I didn't know how much of an asshole he was. Like, he would get mad at the director for some shit, and, like, he would just fucking literally do all the scenes with his eyes closed. So there's plenty of scenes where they actually CGI'd his eyes open. I didn't even know that was a fucking thing. Yeah, I'm dead serious.
Jesus.
There were times where he wouldn't come out of his trailer. He got mad because there was like one black camera guy, and like he was like in a shirt, that black shirt with like fucking garbage written on it, and it was like a joke between like him and his friends. It had nothing to do with the rest of the camera crew. So like he was just like spouting like racist shit to the entire rest of the cast and stuff like that the entire time. He would literally just like purposely not react to any of Ryan Reynolds' jokes whatsoever. So Ryan Reynolds just was like started just saying obscene shit because he knew fucking Wesley Snipes was gonna react to it anyway. Which I thought was pretty fucking funny. I was like, because Ryan Reynolds, I mean, once again, obviously I'm fucking biased, but Ryan Reynolds was easily my fucking favorite part of the fucking Blade Trinity. Like whenever he was there, I loved his fucking character so fucking much. He was so good. But I loved Blade growing up. Like he was one of my fucking favorite Marvel characters. I was like, holy shit. Like I really enjoyed Blade.
Just checking right now. Blade's only been announced, right? They don't have a date for it.
I believe so. They know.
Okay.
We know
Do
who
you
is
know-
playing Blade.
Who's playing Blade?
I don't know his name though. I know what he's in. I don't know what his name is. I can't
Hang on,
remember what his
I'll
fucking
bring
name
it
is.
up. We're
Because-
My favorite movie that he's been in recently was in Moonlight, and he was the dad of the main character, and that was really fucking good. He's won like 2 fucking like Oscars or Emmys or whatever the fuck they are these days. I don't know. It's just a fucking pissing contest at this point, but he's won 2 of those, so I'm super pumped about that. I think he's gonna be a great Blade. I think he's gonna be fucking awesome. I'm pumped.
All right, we're looking him up because
The guy's really good actor.
Can't say. Oh, he was in Luke Cage.
Oh, yeah, he's exactly who they should get to play Blade because he looks a lot like Wesley Snipes.
Yeah,
Oh,
he's
my gosh.
He was
Oh,
Cottonmouth.
he
Yeah,
does.
yeah, he was Cottonmouth in Luke Cage. Yeah, he's
I
the
honestly
enemy.
have mistaked him for Wesley Snipes before.
Wow, that's incredible.
Fair enough. So yeah, that one
What's his name?
easily.
Man, I think
Mar-
Blade might be my favorite too because the rest of them look like some hot garbage that I don't care about.
I'm gonna butcher his name. Mahershala Ali. It's Mahershala and then Ali. Ali.
They're really using that.
Mandy,
Oh, yeah, I've
braver
seen
than
him
me. I was
before.
not going to try to say that because I knew I was going to destroy it. But Mandy, I'm very impressed with you.
That was an attempt. I feel like I should like watch someone actually saying his.
Yeah.
But
He was also one of the good characters in Luke Cage, so claps to him.
That probably
Claps to
helps.
him.
Oh, he's gonna be a good Blade. He has the looks for it.
I
But
hope
he
he
does.
has shades with him as like a. Okay, Chris. Though I do have to tell you this, and I'm
Go
worried
ahead.
we're
Hit
gonna
me.
start a fight here.
Let's do it.
I'm worried about Blade.
Fuck you, Cody.
No, hear me out. Blade 1 was a good movie.
It was.
Wesley Snipes one.
Blade 2 was okay.
Oh, you son of a bitch. You
And then
dirty
they
motherfucker.
Making Blade movies?
But Ryan Reynolds, Cody. Ryan fucking Reynolds. Okay? He
Ryan
needed to be
Reynolds.
there.
Not good until
He was the best.
Ryan Reynolds hasn't done anything good except for Blade. Well, like
I will
Oh,
fuck you up.
Those are fighting words.
I will fuck
Cody.
you up.
For what? Green Lantern?
No, he did this really cute romantic comedy with Sandra Bullock.
No, he didn't. I know which one you're talking about. No, he didn't. He sucked.
He was
'Cause he's
he
the
was
worst.
he was amazing in that. He was amazing in Van Wilder.
What? 15 Van Wilder movies?
He
Chris?
was
No.
he was amazing in Waiting, probably one of his best movies fucking ever.
That movie is
Look,
so
his acting
stupid.
doesn't matter.
That movie
Cody.
is
Just his
fucking
booty is all that
phenomenal.
matters.
He was obviously born to fucking play Deadpool. I haven't even seen the
Yes.
movie yet, and I think fucking Detective Pikachu was like a 9.5, and I haven't even seen the movie yet. But Ryan Reynolds is in
Pikachu
it.
is
was
great.
fine.
It
But
is great.
Ryan Reynolds is in it.
But you know what good movies Ryan Reynolds has done? Here, I can count
All
on
of
one
them.
hand.
No, you
No,
can't,
here.
Cody.
Wait for it.
Fuck!
Wait for it. Hey,
Great.
listen-
Now you got him
listen
at a
up.
10, Cody.
Let me-
Now you got him at a 10.
Let me list them. There's Deadpool 1. There's Deadpool 2. There's Detective Pikachu. That's it.
No. No. No.
I just. Do you want to know all the bad
Waiting,
movies that he's
dude.
done, though?
Fucking Waiting was
Every
so
Van Wilder
good.
movie. So already I'm
Oh
out of
my
fingers
God.
and toes. Green Lantern, terrible.
Green
That
Lantern.
wasn't
It
his
was
fault.
really bad
That
at
was
that.
not his
Yeah.
fault.
Green Lantern was
It
good.
was a
His
pile of
part in
garbage.
Green Lantern was good though.
Green Lantern.
What, the part where he was Green Lantern? No, it was
Yeah, he
not.
did good. He did
Green
well.
Lantern was not his fault. Fuck. Sometimes the directors are shit.
Oh, yeah, sometimes they are. Sometimes so is Ryan Reynolds.
No,
Do you guys know?
it's fucking impossible. It's
Do
fucking
you guys know
impossible.
that for Green Lantern, they had to CGI his whole body and the mask on his face?
Yeah, it's great.
The mask is
Yeah, he was
really
only in
bad.
10%
It's
of the
great.
movie.
It's really
I
bad.
remember it looking bad actually. Now that you say that.
It's
Not
great.
good.
Why did they have to CGI the whole thing?
I don't remember why. I think the body was because like there's a lot of it in space, so they were gonna have to do special effects, and they were just like, we'll just CGI it. It's fine.
Well, a lot of what
Well,
they were
wasn't
trying to
part of it
do.
that they couldn't get a fabric that was tight enough, and so
That
they were
might be
just
it.
like, we can just CGI a tight enough fabric. And he's like, okay, great, give me abs.
Yeah, but I don't know why they did the mask other than maybe they needed it to match, but they can't like match it up with his face.
Okay, so
So-
before we move on, because I think I know the answer.
Uh-oh.
Obviously, I have to apologize to the viewers at home for Cody's fucking blasphemous shit. Second off, Kelsey, you cannot be
What?
forgiven. To think that Ryan Reynolds doesn't automatically have abs, that they had to CGI him abs, you better back the fuck up! Alright? I'm not dealing with that. Get out of here. Get out of here. No.
No, it's
Nah.
not that they had to CGI them on. It's that they had
Cody,
to CGI
you shut your fucking mouth.
Chris stares at his abs every day. He knows he has abs.
Does he have a poster above his bed?
I need one.
Yes, pretty much.
I need one.
So he wakes
Damn
up every
straight.
morning to Ryan
I
Reynolds.
just want to get, you know that fucking it was in the second one where they did that opening where fucking Celine Dion sang the song or whatever, where like he
Yeah.
does the whole turn
That was
around,
good.
where he does the turn around, he blows the kiss, he's got like his ass sticking out, but he's got the one finger up to his lip. I want that, but just without the suit, just Ryan Reynolds, just full on nude. It'd be great.
Dude,
Just
what if,
put that
like-
right over my bed.
Ugh.
Good to
Yeah.
go. Boom. Ease. Let's
No.
go. Ryan
No.
Reynolds, make it happen. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
He's a
Chris,
very
you're
confident
weird.
person.
Oh.
What he said.
So only reason I want to buy a gin for my home bar is because he owns Aviation Gin. I'm buying it. Ryan Reynolds owns it. It's great.
I thought
Okay.
he said buy a gym.
Gin.
One-
Yeah, I'm gonna go out and buy a fucking Dead Funny Gym. Fucking open in 2021. Let's
One
go.
more side thing. Have you guys seen is Ryan Reynolds and Hugh
Yes.
Jackman?
Yes.
They both make commercials for their products. Oh
It was
my
so
gosh, that's one
good.
of the funniest things I've ever seen.
Yes, it was so good.
It was
'Cause
really fun.
I don't know if you've watched any of like his own solo commercials for his gin, but those are fucking amazing.
Yeah,
Those are
they're
so
good.
good. Like, I mean, if you ever wanted someone to promote your fucking products, it's Ryan Reynolds. I love how at the end of it, he says the same thing every time where he's all like, proudly made in America and proudly by Canada or Canadian. It's so fucking good.
Cody,
Uh,
this is all your fault that we're talking about
wait, okay,
Deadpool and
so-
Dead Funny. Not Dead Funny. Ryan Reynolds.
This is an aside, but it's kind of because of Ryan Reynolds. So, a lot of celebrities have like brands that they own in some way, right? So I found out Keanu Reeves has one. He
Oh.
owns motorcycles, like a
Jesus.
motorcycle brand. They cost $70,000.
Holy
Wow.
God.
But they look really cool.
Is
I
it like
love
the one
them.
he had in the Matrix?
No.
that would be really
It is-
awesome.
it is- but it's pretty cool. But if you want someone to not promote your products, don't get Keanu to do it. He's real weird. He's like, I like the way it looks.
I mean, he's
I
being
think-
very valuable right now, though.
Yeah, I was about to say. I think today's fans might disagree with you.
And
I'm
all
sure
the ladies
they
love
do.
him.
It was funny to watch him talk about motorcycles.
Oh, ladies.
Anyways, so to play along with Kelsey's little Chris, you can't fucking pick Blake because it wasn't on the fucking poster. Anyways, so to play along with
That was
that,
forever ago.
it's what we were talking about. No, I'm literally the only person that actually picked a movie.
No, I
I
picked
did.
a movie.
Well, you said that it was questionable. You said yours was
Okay,
questionable, so I didn't know if
that's-
you meant that was your pick or you were just like, hey, I
That's
don't know what the fuck
that's-
this is.
That's fair, because it's hard, right? Because as soon as I saw, I explained myself. It's hard. I'm gonna say I'm like 50% excited for it right now. Okay, cool.
Blade.
That
I'm picking Blade.
you're gonna pick Blade.
You
Yeah.
can't pick Blade. Apparently, it's not on the fucking poster.
I pick.
I can't pick Blade.
I pick Blade.
So if I had to pick one, it's What If. That would probably be the biggest one. I'm
What
excited
is
for.
that gonna be about? I can't find anything about it just from like a quick search.
Kelsey looks
Kelsey
excited, like
excited
she
for it.
knows what the
No,
fuck it
I'm
is.
pretty sure I think I know, but I'm gonna like.
Is it
just
Marvel
explain it.
Zombies?
Oh, absolutely not. No, Kelsey, you gotta fucking let me know what If it is now. You were so excited.
No.
I'm pretty sure I told you what If comics are.
Yeah. I'm
Okay,
pretty
well
sure
then,
it's
then
a What If
all right,
comic.
then go. Yeah, it is exactly.
Yeah. So occasionally Marvel will do what if comics and they'll play with different ideas. And Chris, the reason I don't want to explain this is I'm going to get something wrong and then you're going to yell at me. Can
Exactly.
you just explain it?
Anyways,
you.
the
If
He
you
does
ever
do
want
that,
an
doesn't he?
example of what's the problem with nerd culture? It's the concern that you're going to get a pedantic detail wrong being yelled at by someone who knows all the pedantic details.
I was
Who
trying to
insisted
tell
that
a
I tell the
story.
story so he could yell at me for the pedantic
No.
details. Chris, go ahead and go.
My anger towards you is solely due to you saying Ryan Reynolds doesn't have
well,
abs.
so I totally get the idea. Do we know like what the story they wanted
So,
with this, or are they like doing
in-
like 3?
In
a
my
movie?
opinion, it would be smart if they did multiple in one movie. I think that would be the best way to tackle it because, like, it's
Yeah.
not like it goes on forever. It's always a one-shot issue. So, like, one of
Yeah.
the first early ones they played with was what if Spider-Man never got told? Well, technically, he never did get told, but the whole great power comes great responsibility, and he actually becomes like the world's greatest murderer. So, like, instead of not stopping whenever he killed that or whenever he stopped the robber for killing his uncle,
Yeah.
he murdered him. And then, like, he
Oh.
just like, wow, this really felt good. I got revenge for my uncle, and then goes on like a mass murdering spree, becomes like one of the top like Marvel villains out there.
Interesting.
Yeah,
It
they
could be
have
an interesting twist.
one of
Okay.
the big ones that I fucking love the most, obviously because it's Deadpool related, is there's a character named Black Bolt, and he is so strong. It's his superpowers in his vocal cords. He is so strong that a mere sneeze can shatter mountains. A whisper
Jesus.
can shatter planets. And it was what if Deadpool got this power? They did two issues. One where he actually tries to go along with just talking in his head with his own voices in his head, and the second one is a 2-page comic. Deadpool gets the power, and then the next page is just black.
Yeah, just everything's destroyed. Yes. And
Pretty
that's
good.
actually the reason when I looked at it that What If was on the top of my list was because you told me enough about them to make me go, oh, no matter what story they choose, it's going to be really entertaining to watch this come out. There's going to be tons of moments and opportunities for really good comedy,
Oh yeah.
but also some like real serious, heart wrenching, like, oh my god, what? Oh,
Yeah.
and then the movie's going to end with a, hey, it didn't happen that way, huh?
But this
That's
is what
nice.
could have happened. Yep.
Yeah.
Yep. So I think What If is my biggest one that I'd probably look for on the poster. I want to say before Brie makes her pick, I think
I
that
already made my pick.
Oh yeah, I didn't know that you were being serious about Blade. I figured
No,
that you would.
I was
Oh,
joking.
okay. I didn't hear you make your actual pick then, but I figured you would be stuck between Black Widow and Loki having their own solo movies, since Black Widow's like your favorite Marvel character, and she's
Well,
getting her
Loki's
solo
getting,
movie, and Loki's getting
TV
his.
series.
Oh, is it a TV series and not a movie?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. WandaVision, Loki, and I think something else
Was it
is
Hawkeye?
all,
Please tell me it was Hawkeye.
Whoa, whoa,
Yeah, I
whoa,
think
whoa, 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 whoa! Loki's making what?
He's getting his
TV
own
series.
television
on
show.
Disney Plus. So they're getting their they're gonna use that to jumpstart. I'm
Okay.
sure people buying.
Never
this-
mind. Is it the same actor?
I think so.
If it's the same
not
actor, Loki's my topic now.
Oh yeah, for Loki.
He-
I thought you were
he's
asking
like-
about Hawkeye. I was like,
He's like hot in his own unique way. Like
I don't think he's hot.
Yeah,
I'm
he's
sorry.
is.
not like how a
Like,
dead
as
guy would be
Loki.
hot.
as Loki. Oh, you're into that kind of stuff, Cody?
No, I'm not, but I can understand. If you see like a sunken, stinking corpse, and you're like, I get it. I'm there.
Cody's like
No.
the best guy to have
Wow,
with
that's a
you.
little bit rude.
Cody's like the best guy to have with you with like just weird shit. Like I would love the fact of like him literally seeing some guy just robbing a grave. Is like, what are you gonna do with that? Oh, I'm gonna fuck it. And Cody's like, hey, I can see it. It's like what?
Look, I'm just
Yeah, I
saying,
can
there
see
was
it.
like ever to be like, who is the ugliest person in the MCU? It would just be Loki.
no.
Like a big sign that just says Loki on it.
I mean,
Yeah, see?
have you
She's
not
the same page,
heard
man.
of
Mandy
the?
agrees. You think he's hot, right, Mandy?
I don't think he's ugly. I don't think he's the hottest. I would put him
I didn't say he was
squarely.
the hottest.
Yeah, I'd put him squarely in like the 75% and up in
he
scale of
winning?
hotness. Who's he winning to?
Like, who is he hotter than?
Okay, well, let's start off with the easy answers of like the 2 aliens from Ragnarok that Thor drags around.
Okay.
He's hotter than Hulk.
Whoa. Hey,
He's hotter
Meek.
than Hulk.
Meek is
Who
pretty
likes
hot.
Mark Ruffalo? Screw
Meek.
you.
Meek is pretty hot. All right. Meek is pretty sexy.
Yeah,
you
Meek
can't
is
hate on
okay.
Meek.
Lays eggs.
He's a
Yes.
slug.
Yeah. Okay.
I actually think he's hotter than Iron Man.
The funny part is that actually in the comics, Meek is a black cockroach, so that's actually pretty funny. But anyways, continue.
We're just going through who he's
Whoa!
hotter than.
You said Loki's hotter than Robert Downey Jr.? You're
Yeah,
fucking
that is what she
crazy.
said, and I do not agree with her.
You're fucking
Yeah,
crazy.
There's just really nothing even to say it to that.
Yeah, sorry.
point.
I definitely put RDJ above him.
The fact that
You don't have
said
to
Mark
apologize.
Ruffalo
I'm just
hurts.
saying that. That's right.
We're not apologizing to you. We're apologizing to
She
the
didn't- Mandy
viewers.
apologized.
Yeah, we're apologizing to the viewers for the blasphemous shit that's coming out of your mouth right now.
I think Mark Ruffalo might be the cutest person in the MCU.
He is cute.
Cutest. He's cute.
He's
I
pretty
know.
cute.
The hottest character is Thor, though.
No, have you seen him without dyed eyebrows?
Hey,
You have to
with
dye your
dyed
eyebrows?
eyebrows. Look,
Okay,
Look,
well then Voldemort's
girls fill in
hot
their
if he
eyebrows all the
fixes
time. Do you think
face.
they're less hot because they fill in their eyebrows?
Well, it depends. I mean, kind of, maybe.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know if I. You kind of had me there, Cody. You kind of had me, but see, Voldemort never fixed his face in the movies. They did fix his eyebrows
They
in the
did
movies.
fix Chris
Look, I'm
Hemsworth.
So it's not like we're playing Marvel What If. Like, I mean, it happened.
I'm just
So
saying, if I have to wear like a green screen hood and then someone drew a hot face on me, I would not become the hottest person in the MCU. All right.
but if that's the only face you had throughout the entire MCU, I mean, that's all we know. We never knew who you were in person, sure.
I guess.
Because then I could just be like, CGI Cody was hot. But then it'd be like, real Cody, I mean,
I just want
Yeah,
to be
right.
clear. Pre-Thor is the hot Thor, not the after Thor.
what
You mean
The
she
No,
doesn't like
he's
that Thor, is
cute.
what she's saying.
Oh,
Thor's cute.
okay. I was like so confused. I was like, are we talking about like before the eyebrow dye, after the eyebrow dye,
oh, that's
with
true.
long hair,
No.
short hair? Like there's which skinny Thor, fat Thor. There's multiple pre-Thors here. You have to like narrow it down
Ab-Thor,
for me.
Ab-Thor.
Gotcha.
Ab
Gotcha.
Thor. Oh my god.
Gotcha. Okay, fair enough. Fair enough. I would have to say, in my opinion, and it's not necessarily part of the MCU, it's part of the Marvel movies, but obviously Cody
You're just gonna say
hasn't.
Deadpool?
Cody hasn't met the ugly duckling called fucking Kristen Dunst or whatever the hell her fucking name is.
Kristen Dunst.
Dunst, whatever. The chick that can't fucking act and is
But she's so cute. Don't
She
even talk
is-
about her.
hideous. Hideous.
No,
Okay.
you're not allowed to talk about her. You're not allowed
No.
to talk about her.
To
No.
play
Done.
She
To
is
play
hot.
MJ, the hottest woman in comics, voted 10 years in a row? Absolutely not. Absolutely not. No.
I like Kirsten Dunst.
Get the fuck out of here. No. Like I,
mean,
said, her and Tobey
like-
Maguire can both fuck off. All right? That
I
shit
mean,
should have
it's
never
like
been made.
15 years later now, and I don't have any idea what she looks like. But at the time,
Oh,
I thought
dude.
Kirsten
No.
Dunst was a good MJ.
No, look at this shit. Like she looks
I'm
adorable.
with you. I'm not offended by Kirsten. Like she's pretty.
Yeah,
like what the
she's
hell
cute.
is your problem?
She was supposed to be like a girl next door. She's like a perfect fat look.
She's the girl next door that would make me stay inside.
Wow.
Your standards are too damn high.
That was so hard for me to get out. Oh, man, that was great.
Dude, you need to put this picture up. You need to put this picture up so all the
my
viewers
God.
know.
The viewers
how
know what
full
she
of
looks
shit you
like,
are.
and they agree with me. They agree with me.
She's gorgeous. You're insane. And
She's
wrong.
gorgeous.
You're
Yeah.
insane. That was so good.
Dude, I have so much I want to say right now, but
I'm
gonna
like, so impressed with myself. That was great.
I will
like how
give you
funny
that
you
that was a
think you
good
are.
that was funny, but you're wrong. So I can't laugh at you.
You've pissed too many people off now, Chris.
I'm
Yeah,
okay
we're
with
not
that.
laughing at you anymore. We're just glaring.
I'm okay.
I
with that.
feel like this is a heavy aside, but whatever.
It's
So-
okay.
All we've been doing are asides.
Here's my point to these Marvel movies and the question in general. And okay, so this is not me saying that these movies are going to suck, but none of these movies are really interesting to me in that they exist. What I mean by that is when like Iron Man came out, that was cool because friggin' these movies didn't exist yet. It's cool. And they made 1 million of them, and that was kind of neat that happened. But now that's happened, and the fact that they exist is no longer appealing. They have to be good movies in their own merit.
Yep.
And like the MCU has had a lot of good movies. They've also had a lot of okay movies, and they've had some like really sucky movies.
Mhm.
And all of these
Majority good.
I would say majority were like, they're okay. There were like a few good movies in here. There was like 5 of them. That I would
All
say
of them,
were
all
good.
of them were worth watching once.
Thor 1.
Oh, I was gonna say Hulk. Incredible Hulk was
Hulk
the
was
only
rough.
exception.
Well, technically,
worth
Incredible
watching.
Hulk is not part of the MCU, though.
Yeah. I mean, like none of them were like despicable, except for Hulk was like actually really.
But Hulk was not
Oh.
part of the MCU, though.
Because it was made by
Well,
Universal.
It's made by Universal, and they technically said,
Have
even though that
Robert
he was in
Downey
the end,
Jr.
even though he was in the end, the official start by Disney
Yeah,
was
know.
Iron Man 1.
so they just
so-
kind of retconned that.
Oh, absolutely. No, that shit was
They
trash.
were like, nah.
It was terrible.
Before
we get,
Yeah, not
just a
fans.
quick little throw in, before we get too far away from the whole, the ugly chick that we were talking about. We had this
Cody
conversation
didn't
before.
finish.
We had this
Cody was
conversation
finished.
before. I know, I'm about to let him finish. I'm Kanyeing him right now.
You're
now.
going back
Alright.
to like
I'm Kanyeing him right now. So, we had this conversation about her before, and we all posted pictures, and I found the picture I posted of her where I thought she was dog ugly. And I reposted for you. Bam, there you go. That's the exact same picture I used when we did that. It was great. All right. Anyways, Cody, go ahead.
You really think you're so funny.
So what I'm
I do.
saying
I do.
is, to me, these movies only have merit as far as their quality goes, not just that they exist. So, like, Blade might be great. It can also really be terrible. And all of these movies can very easily slip and go the way of, the DC extended universe.
Oh gosh.
With, like, very
Man,
little
dude,
trouble.
those are some fucking harsh words. Holy
No,
shit.
Marvel's got a plan though. Marvel has a plan. Marvel's always had a plan compared to
I
DC.
feel like-
Marvel had a plan.
I feel like
And now, I don't know.
I feel safe with what Mandy's saying.
What is
that
what is
Marvel
pulling
has
to
a plan.
decide?
But I
What's
feel
that?
like DC itself is kind of like a. It's like a bunch of drunk guys get together, like, fuck it, let's make a movie. Like, I feel like that's what
What is-
happens with a lot of the DC universe shit.
What is making you make that statement, Cody? Because I feel like overall Disney has very strong movies comparatively to any other.
I think Disney
company.
has a lot of movies. I don't think that they always have good movies. I think that we've forgotten a lot of bad Disney movies. And I mean, the thing
Can
is,
you list
though,
them?
bad Disney movies?
So I want to know if I agree with you.
All the ones that people haven't seen. Like, who saw The Good Dinosaur?
That's Pixar.
Okay. Well, then you have to take away half of their live action done in the last 10 years.
That's like all the Marvel movies though.
No. I mean like the live action
hear half the thing
Disney
you said.
movies. But my point is,
I will fight you
that
on this.
There is I think there is a danger in being comfortable, and I feel like Marvel is very comfortable. And I think that art generally comes from some kind of friction or adversity, which it does not have.
Well, okay, that's why I'm gonna say the movie that I'm actually looking forward to the most. I don't care for the superhero the most, but I think the multiverse movie with Doctor Strange could be really interesting because I think as soon as you start introducing multiverses, I think there is friction and there's interesting things that you could do. So I'm gonna say that's the movie that I'm looking forward to the most because I like there's a lot to be done with that, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's an
I
interesting
think all of
thought.
them have potential. It's just none of them by themselves. I'm like, oh boy. I'm just like, you're on thin ice, Disney.
Also, so everything with the multiverses I've seen recently has turned out pretty good. So like Spider-Verse, and there's that episode of Community
Oh,
that
yeah.
gets into multiverses.
Oh my god.
And then
that
I
show.
know
Ugh.
yeah, it's great. And then I know vaguely some new Spider-Man movie stuff. So I'm excited to see what they can do with that.
So one
I
thought, Cody, I just want to respond real fast. I agree with you that especially some of these larger companies and especially franchises that get big enough that they can kind of float themselves, like the audience will come and watch even if it isn't that great. I may or may not be referring in some ways to some of the Star Wars movies that I was really worried when Disney bought and they announced, hey, we're going to make a new Star Wars movie and we're going to release it every single year. I went, no, like you can't, you can't do this. You're just turning out shit to turn out shit because you're anticipating that people will show up for it because it has the name Star Wars on it. But the thing is up until this point, I haven't felt like the Marvel movies did that, and I was really pleased by that. But are you scared they're going to, or do you feel like they've been doing that the whole time and I was just ignorant kind of thing?
No, I'm saying that some of them have felt like they phoned it in. And, like, I know this one was wildly popular, but whatever. Like, to me, Black Panther was just, like, the very definition of bland and mediocre. It was just, like, nothing going on in this movie. It was kind of poorly acted and poorly executed. But, you know, it's got the Marvel name on it, so we'll just keep making them. And then, like...
It's also got I don't want to say a good gimmick, but I mean, it's important to have good representation. That helps a lot with that kind of a movie.
It is, but that's not, like, enough. That's not all a movie can be. And not all of these movies even are that. So then it's like, well, now we're just getting into movies that could just very easily be kind of bland. And, like, I didn't dislike the movie, but, like, a lot of the later movies in the MCU have kind of done this, where, like, Captain Marvel in some ways was kind of, like...
You shut your mouth about Captain Marvel.
I didn't say it was bad. I liked it better than Black Panther.
Shut your mouth.
He's like, I didn't say it was bad. I didn't say it was bad. I didn't say it.
Or
Love
like
Captain
every
Marvel.
Thor movie except Ragnarok.
I'm not gonna lie. Out of all the movies that get a sequel, I really did not see Captain Marvel getting a sequel. But hey,
I'm
it did.
surprised it didn't. Just
Did you
'cause it
see
felt-
Captain Marvel, Chris?
I did not. No, I read the comics. though.
Exactly.
And I know the differences between
I'm
the comics and the
surprised
movie
it
thanks to
didn't.
Kelsey.
Yeah.
So
Like I thought that was one that they would have been setting up to have. And I'm also surprised there's not like 15 more Spider-Mans on that.
Well, you got to remember, this is just phase 4.
yeah, we have no idea what Phase 25 is yet.
And
right?
yeah, well, and like the Black Widow movie, which I'm also excited to see that one because I like ScarJo. Like that one's been rumored for years.
Yeah,
so
for a while.
like I think so like the Black, there's not a Black Panther one currently on the list, right?
Well,
but
it's on/off the list. It was basically they left 3 movies off the list because they wanted to like secretly announce them at the thing.
Yeah.
So it's like, well, here's the whole list. Oh, and by the way, we're also going to give you Black Panther 2 and Guardians of the Galaxy 3. And then, hey, this random guy that hardly a lot of people know, come get up here. Talking about the dude's going to play Blade. And they're like, put on your baseball cap. And he puts on his baseball cap and it said Blade on the bill. And then they threw Blade up on the screen.
nice.
So, yeah.
Yeah. So, but point being, like, I'm sure they're holding a bunch of like in their back pocket.
Yeah.
So
It just felt like this whole thing was born from a lack. Like, there weren't good comic book movies, and they were kind of in the background and something that weren't really well known. So it was easy to have, like, a unique creative vision for the MCU, because nothing like it existed beforehand. Now
Yeah, but
the
you also got to
MCU
look at it this way, too. Like, I mean, they took a fucking franchise like the Guardians of the Galaxy and turned that into a fucking juggernaut. Like, the Guardians of the Galaxy's fan
No,
base
yeah.
was extremely fucking small.
No, and I mean, it's done a
extremely
great
small.
job.
I remember when that trailer came out, Cody was like, I have to see that movie because there's a raccoon with a gun, like a machine gun. And I was like, this looks so stupid. What are you talking about? And now they're definitely like probably my favorite out of
Yeah.
all of the superheroes.
I just-
It was the most unique looking comic book movie. Like, that trailer to me was so exciting and different and tonally shifted away from what had become very established in this genre. And in a lot of ways, Iron Man 1, I felt the same way. It was like I was blown away when that movie came out. It was amazing at the time. Now the problem is there have been 25 of them, and they're like the biggest trend in film history.
But now
ever.
they have the room to really play with weird stuff. That's why
Yeah.
like Ragnarok got pretty
Ragnarok
weird.
was good. because it was very weird, and they just went, well, let's try it. They were willing to and that's why Guardians was good. But the problem
It was also
is,
like an 80s blast though.
Yes.
Like Ragnarok.
yeah, I mean, not as bad as it could have been. There was just like a lot of the theme and visuals was like bright and colorful and synthy,
But it was like Stranger Things and stuff like that kind of music, and it's because the people who are in their 80s are hitting that age. Us
right.
90s kids and 80s are getting old enough to really spend some decent chunk of money.
And it was a unique movie for that. But I'm just saying, for like the rest of these movies, it's now like a very established thing. And what made Iron Man exciting was that it wasn't.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm
I
going to
would
say
agree
what
with
I
that.
just said is that they now that it is established, they can do whatever they want with it,
That's
which
true.
is why like What If could be really, really good,
Yeah.
because they can just go, buck wild with it.
Any of these
Deadpool's
things
kind of
can
opened
be-
that rated R door too.
True.
So
Well,
What
that's-
If could be rated
I
R.
mean, maybe we'll see.
It is Disney.
haven't really-
Disney
Yeah.
Disney hasn't decided whether. I mean, they've talked about the fact that Deadpool's coming, but they haven't decided. The newest thing that I've heard about whether or not Deadpool's going to actually be doing something as far as in the Disney universe is possibly having a TV show to help launch the whole Disney Plus or whatever, which is weird.
That would be worth Disney Plus, though. Just
Yeah.
no matter what, is if they gave Deadpool a TV show.
I would be surprised if Blade isn't rated R. I feel like it would lose
Yeah.
some of its quality Blade-ness if they
I mean,
didn't
was the
have it
original
be-
rated R?
Yeah, it was.
Oh my gosh, yes.
I think it was. Yeah.
I would assume so.
I don't know. I don't fucking remember that shit.
Duh.
Also,
Blade.
just in case this happens, because this happens sometimes, I don't know anything about Blade. I know literally nothing. Do not spoil anything, because at some point I'm going to do a DFU on it so somebody can teach me about it. So if you feel like being like Tony and just telling me the end of stuff for fun, don't.
To be clear,
That's
you
so good.
kind of set yourself up in that situation.
Also, you know what?
I did
I'm
not.
gonna level with you, Kelsey.
Well,
this-
I mean, you were
this is
talking
just
like you
like-
knew it.
All right,
Oh,
so
man. That's so
it-
it's out
funny.
of our hands now.
It was definitely rated R.
Yeah,
Oh, well, that's
Yeah.
okay. Fair enough.
I feel like.
I mean, I don't think it gives Tony an excuse for assuming, but I'm just saying you did say comments that were like, I know that you didn't know.
Also, Blade is 20 years old, so I feel like at
Oh my
this point now you
He's
have
20?
to live in the. Blade
Yeah.
is 20 years old.
The-
Yeah,
the
yeah. The
movie?
character is 20, Brie. Yeah.
Oh.
She thought you were talking about the character.
Oh my gosh, Blade Trinity.
Oh.
What a pile of garbage.
Oh, since the movie came out?
Yes, it's been 20 years since the first movie.
In Blade Trinity.
What?
Ryan Reynolds has stupid facial hair in Blade Trinity. I forgot.
Ryan Reynolds is fucking legit.
He's
in
got
Blade
like an
Trinity.
angle
He's so
beard
good.
and has like a triangle cut in his
It's
stupid
so good.
triangle beard. Oh, it's
so
bad.
good.
Oh my gosh.
You were just a fucking hater, dude. God.
So, as of July 23rd, Cody was with us, but as of July 24th, for some mysterious reason, Cody is no longer with us.
Oh wow.
Ryan
He really
fucking Reynolds.
he looks very 2004. You know what I mean?
Actually, I don't.
That's when the movie came out, and
Does
like
he have frosted
the
tips?
he looks like he should have frosted tips the way his hair is, but also he's got that really awkward like sculpted facial hair where it's like, why did you take the time to do your facial hair like this?
Oh my god!
You know what I
just
mean?
looked up him as Blade, and yes, I agree with you. That's very 2004.
I
Very
like
2004.
I like the words you use sometimes, Kelsey. First, we have the four elements of earth, wind, air.
Shut the fuck
and-
up!
and-
Leave
and
me
fire.
alone, Chris.
Earth, wind, air, and fire, which was pretty great. Fuck water. Yeah, it's not an element anymore, Cody. It's not part of the four anymore. It's just earth,
Oh, yeah,
air.
wind and air. I was like,
Yeah,
no,
there's yeah. No, according to Kelsey, there's earth, wind, air, and
Hey,
fire.
When I said it, I went, no, that's not right. I'm missing one. Like I knew. Go ahead. Keep giving me shit, but
And then you're like, I looked up Ryan Reynolds as Blade. Well, he wasn't Blade. He was in
Oh.
Blade.
okay. I didn't know that.
Just in
No,
case.
you can give
Just
her a
in
pass
case.
that because she hasn't seen any of the.
Oh,
Blade
that's true.
films,
Well,
I didn't
that's
know.
true. You do not know who Blade is, so I guess fair enough.
No.
Fair enough. You did say that. I'll give you a pass on
You
that
know
one.
what's funny is I thought that was weird, but I was just like, well.
Yeah,
I
she
guess
was
maybe
like,
he
yeah, I
played
looked at
Blade
Ryan
at a
Reynolds'
different
Blade, and
point,
I was
and
like, well,
didn't remember.
he wasn't Blade, but hey, good for you.
I didn't know.
You tried.
Yeah.
He literally had a
Well,
little
now-
name tag
It's
on.
hard to give shit to ignorance, isn't it?
I mean,
Now we gotta get Kelsey to watch Blade though, like the first
Original.
Wesley
Yeah.
Snipes one.
It's really good.
Need to
And
watch
why
at this point.
Not an origin story. I loved that. I started watching it. There was zero origin story. The movie starts. He's just Blade. Like, yes. No
yes!
explanation. We just get right into a little story that's nice and about Blade, and then they ruin it by keep making movies.
Cody, it's okay. We'll get through this.
The dude is like fucking like 10 Marvel movies away from a fucking midlife crisis over here. Jesus Christ. What?
Feels
There's an Iron Man 10? Fuck this!
I mean, I get what you're saying. Like, there's a point where they just start ruining stuff because they're just pushing out too many
Yeah.
babies. Too many babies being pushed out.
Well, okay. Here's my thought though: is it would be worse if they were like, here's Iron Man 4. You know what I mean? Like, at least they're trying other things. The only one
Yeah.
that's like a super sequel is Thor 4, and even then, it sounds like who knows
It's a
what they're
girl. It's
actually
Natalie
doing.
Portman.
Yeah, which, like I said, I don't know what to think about that. I'll wait till I see the trailer to pass judgment. But
As of right now, she doesn't look fit at all to be a Thor in my mind. Like, I'm just saying, like, the muscles. Like,
I do want to point out one
I
last
want
time.
abs on my Thor.
I do want to point out
Shots
one last
fired.
time for the viewers at home before anybody gets all fucking uppity in the comments. It's solely because it's Natalie Portman. I could give two shits whether or not they do a female Thor. It happened in the comics and it was completely fine. It's only because it's Natalie Portman. I just wanted to make
Yep.
that clear. Just wanted
Yep.
to make that clear.
same on my end. That's exactly how I feel. But at least most of the titles, except for the ones going to Disney Plus, because that doesn't really count, and Thor, they're all new things. I guess Doctor Strange, but
Yeah.
he's weird.
I don't
So
really. Well, I don't know. It's
He's
kinda
weird.
mixed. I don't know. I'm just saying.
we're getting new stuff.
I
Be
am
excited.
worried. It's kind of
they're
like them.
they're
already
gonna milk the
making-
cow.
It's like them already making another Star Wars trilogy. I'm just like, oh boy, that could really be bad. It might be okay, but
Dude, just enjoy the ride. It's fine.
That's-
Enjoy
I don't know.
things.
Till we crash, just
Just
enjoy.
enjoy
Until we
things.
crash.
It's okay to enjoy things.
it is. It is.
Disney does have the formula down, so feel some comfort in that. Like, they have a pretty good formula for the movies.
'Cause we can
They're
always-
making a ton of money, Cody. They're making a ton of money off of them.
Because we can
know.
always point to DC as the example of, or
of what not
or-
to do.
what was it? Was it Universal's Monsters? The
Dark
Dark Universe.
Yeah.
Yeah, we can also point to
The
Universal.
Yeah. The DCU, I think is what, or no, well, no, it's the
Dark-
DUCU. Yeah.
DU.
No, no.
Messed up.
What was it?
I think so. I think it
It's
was
the Dark
DUCU,
Universe.
Dark Universe, Cinematic Universe.
Yeah, I could have sworn it was Dark
the
Universe. And
DU.
whoever I was watching, they called it the Dooku. It was called the Dooku for sure. So yeah, it was Dark Universe, Cinematic Universe, or some shit.
Because they
like
have
that.
to
It
add
was stupid.
Cinematic
No.
Universe to everything.
Yeah.
The dark. Anyways,
looking
it
it up.
doesn't matter.
I'm
It
looking
failed
it up.
because it was
I'm
terrible.
It
looking
failed
it up.
after the
I-
first movie.
I was so fucking pumped for that, by the way. I definitely want to point that
I-
out there. I
I
was so
love
fucking pumped
that
for that.
they took promo pictures. They thought this was gonna go places.
For sure.
It's so
I was
funny.
pumped about it until I saw
The
one of the
Dooku.
movies.
Well, it's
and then
because
it
they
was
spent the whole
terrible.
Mummy movie setting up a universe and not writing a
mean,
good movie.
I know for a fact that this is a very unpopular opinion because I've said this publicly a couple times. Yeah, it was definitely the DUCU. Yeah, the
Yeah. See?
Dooku. Yeah,
Stupid.
it's great, dude. What does the Dooku stand for? The Dark Universe, Cinematic Universe. It's
I
great.
love it.
Oh, no.
Yes.
Yeah, it's so great.
Oh,
The
that's
Dooku.
bad.
It's like
Good
saying
job,
ATF
Universal.
I agree. But anyway, so yeah, at the end of this, since we're wrapping up here, fucking like I said, What If would definitely be the top of my list for sure of the movies I'm super fucking pumped to see. for
Totally fair.
Phase number 4 Marvel's movies. I am super surprised that Brie didn't pick Black Widow's movie. That still blows my fucking mind. Your
Cody, did you
fucking
give a pick?
favorite character.
Yeah.
He's been too busy fucking hating on everything.
No, I said Blade.
You did.
I said Blade, and then I switched it to
Loki's TV show.
Loki.
I mean, so you said Hawkeye was the other TV show? I hope so.
I think so, yeah.
I hope so. I don't-
Trash.
Hawkeye
Oh,
doesn't
and
hit.
then WandaVision. So Scarlet
Hot
Witch.
trash.
If WandaVision is not like a goofy rom-com, I'm not gonna like it. The only way for
What is
WandaVision-
WandaVision?
Yeah.
It's fucking
It's Elizabeth Olsen, the girl who played
Yeah.
Scarlet Witch, and I think they're
Vision.
bringing back Vision. Yeah.
Oh.
So I'm okay with a little rom com with them. They're
Aw.
cute.
Wait,
I would
Vision's
love
not
to
the ugliest person
see-
in the MCU.
I would love to see them actually play around in different fucking movie genres with these Marvel characters. I really would, because I was super pumped for New Mutants number 98. I'm talking about the goddamn
Rom-com.
comic. No, I was really excited for New Mutants because that was going to be their first attempt at a horror flick.
Ooh.
I was super fucking pumped for that, and then I guess it got axed from what I read. I don't think they finished it. It had what's his face, fuck face, Jonathan from Stranger Things. Yeah,
Yeah,
fuck face.
That was just.
I wanted
a lot
to
of
say
rage.
something mean
It's
there,
aggressive.
like, no, he's great. And then I'm like, no, that's actually.
It's accurate. Yeah, I know. They had fucking Macy Williams, Arya Stark. She was in it.
Oh wow.
There was a lot of fucking big people, and I'm surprised they got fucking axed. It was crazy.
Yeah, I am too.
I was super fucking pumped.
Although,
Super pumped.
okay, this is a mean question, but whatever. Do you kind of think maybe Maisie Williams not actually very good at?
Acting?
Yeah.
I think she is a very good voice actress. I have not seen her outside of anything else besides Game of Thrones to really like test her acting abilities. As a voice actress, she plays a character in Genlock, and she easily fucking carries that show. Like,
What's Genlock?
it's a mech anime
Teeth,
made by
original.
Rooster Teeth, and she
okay.
fucking carries that show. It is, well, she doesn't carry it because Michael B. Jordan's in there too. I mean,
Ooh.
Michael B. Jordan's my dude. Like, I fucking love Michael B. Jordan. So
He's really
Michael
good.
B. Jordan.
Michael B.
he's
Jordan, he
the
played Human Torch.
Opposite Black Panther.
Yeah, he played Killmonger. In Black Panther?
Yeah.
Yeah, he is a very charismatic actor.
Yeah, I loved watching his fucking Apollo. Oh god, I like boxing movies. I'm a big fan of those. It's fucking great. Even though I don't watch the sport, but I fucking love boxing movies.
Yeah, there's a couple baseball movies I really like, and oh boy, do I not! Moneyball's a good movie, so whatever.
Oh man, but anyways, we're gonna go ahead and wrap it up here. So that's our thoughts on Marvel's fourth universe. We were talking about the possibility of doing a review show, but with the shit that we have in line for the next review shows, wasn't really too possible. So we're just gonna let it dominate a podcast, and that's what we did. So the review-ish show type podcast, Marvel 4, we kind of went off on some tantrums here and there, so it's still podcasty. So woot woot, we're good there. But one last thing to add into this solely because I just got the notification about this 10 minutes ago. For those of you who have made comments about it, because there are a couple comments out there, Mr. Dylon has finally gotten his old work schedule back. So be prepared to see him back on some fucking review shows and some podcasts.
He
'cause
got his old work schedule.
yes, either next week or the week
Yay.
after. So he is super pumped to get back on
That's
some
good.
talk shows. Yes, he fucking
Aw.
called me like 5 times, left me like 10 10 text messages, and also sent it out on Slack as well. So yes, he is like flipping the fuck out. He's pretty pumped about it. So he wants to
nice.
come back some content. So for
I
everybody
don't
that's
think
been
he's
missing
been
him,
on anything
so-
with Mandy and Cody yet, has he?
I don't think he's met
yeah,
them.
he
What?
did during the meeting.
Yeah,
he did
no,
during the
we-
meeting
we,
for
like,
sure.
were at first that was like all
No, he
we
has.
recorded with.
Yeah. He's
Yeah.
been on some. He's been on some content with
No,
them.
we were on a ton of stuff with him, and then he disappeared, and I was like, no,
Yep.
the only person I like.
Harsh.
Fair enough. It's fair enough. It's fair enough.
Wow.
It's fair enough.
You know,
Went to
Cody's
Nate earlier.
determined that he's gonna burn every single bridge tonight.
It's fair
I
enough.
think that's the goal.
Sometimes you just gotta burn some bridges, man.
Sometimes that's true. I don't know. This recent thing I'm looking at says fucking release date. Oh, there's no way that this is right. Yeah, this says release date August 2nd, 2019. Yeah, I fucking doubt that. Never mind. I take back
On
what I was going to
what?
say. On New
What are you
Mutants.
talking about? Oh, gotcha.
But then up here in like the little bar, it says that it got pushed back to 2020. But I don't know. I haven't heard anything. If it comes out, great. I would love to see a horror film made by fucking Marvel. That would be fantastic.
Yes.
But we'll just have to wait
I
and see.
mean, Blade was kind of a horror movie.
Yeah, it was still really more action, like superhero-ish though. Like this is straight like a horror movie. Like it is a scary movie. So, which is pretty intense. But anyways, at the end of all this, I hope you guys have a great rest of your week. I didn't even do any of the other intro or the outro. Fuck, I can't talk at all. I got like completely taken off course there. If you enjoy this content, like and subscribe. Also turn on notifications. That way you get notified every time we upload another video. Hit us in the comment section below. Hit us on Twitter for more direct form of communication. And hit us on Twitch to watch plus video games. Like I said, have a good rest of your week. And we're out.